Hey, what's going on, guys? So yeah, today what I want to talk about is the road to getting to making half a million to $1 million in revenue a year. A lot of agents struggle just to get past the six-figure mark, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can do it with AI and automation and lead generation now. And I did it. I did it within 4 years. I think you guys can do it faster with all the tools that are available. So let's get to it. A little bit about myself. I started out just like any other agent from scratch. I joined a cluster. I was an independent agent, and this is a picture right here of me and my wife when I believe this is maybe our my second year, her first year when she joined. And as you can see, a very small office. That's pretty much the whole office right there. I was right there, and she was behind me, and we were both doing everything, quoting, service, marketing, sales. You know, when you first start, you have to do everything possible. I started, and then a year later she joined, and I know there's a lot of couples that are in the insurance business. I think that works really well for those of you guys that don't have a spouse in insurance. Obviously, you have to do everything yourself. So what I want to do is I want to take you guys from how to get to your first 100,000, because that is probably one of the hardest times, because that is the hustle and grind mode. That is when you're trying to gain traction. And a lot of times, like when I first started, I was getting appointments with carriers, so I couldn't sell anything for the first couple months. And then when I was selling, I could only sell like one or two companies. So that is an issue that you're just gonna have to work through. Like I said, the first year is probably hard, but I'm gonna help you guys out how to speed the process. So here's the problem. Here's the problem when you're first starting. Well, what you really should be focused on is marketing and acquiring clients at any means necessary. You need to be selling every single day, learning the business, learning how things work, but you really have to be focusing on marketing acquisitions, because if you're not making any sales, you don't really have a business. A lot of people get stuck on worrying about other things. That should be your main focus. Your main bottlenecks, obviously, you're not getting consistent leads. You're getting stuck with time consuming tasks, and you're not following up. Also, when you're first starting off, you have very little money, or no money at all. If you guys have, a good credit, maybe credit cards can help you out in the beginning. That could help you speed the process. And also, you have little or no experience in insurance a lot of times. Maybe you have some experience in marketing or sales, but you might not have all the pieces together. So here's some solutions for some of you guys that are first starting out. You want to start with your natural market, which you probably got guys already do. You want to start with friends and family. I mean, get on your phone, start letting people know that you sell insurance. Offer them a quote. Let them know, if you're an independent agent, that you have different options for them. And obviously, if you're captive, then you just sell that one product. One good thing that really helped me in the beginning was posting on local Facebook groups and Nextdoor. And here's a really important thing: is when you sell a policy to somebody in your area, have them make a post about how you help them out with the link to how to reach you. That's really powerful. It's really powerful when somebody else talks about you. I got a tons of referrals by doing it that way. So I would urge you, if you sell somebody in your area, to have them post on Nextdoor or Facebook about your services and how you were able to help them out. Also, you want to be asking for referrals from every person that you sell. I know a lot of times you get excited on the sale, you forget to ask for referrals. So if you do forget, go back and get that referral, because eventually those referrals start stacking up. And once you get past a certain point, you pretty much just rely on referrals, and that's how your business is going to run. So another thing is, a huge part of my business was referral partners. What I would do is I would create a dream list. There's a book where they talk about the Dream 100 list. I believe that one is from the Ultimate Sales Machine. You want to build a list of dream referral partners that you want to work with. Once I got like 5 or 10 referral partners, that changed my whole business because I was consistent in getting leads from loan officers and realtors from the area. And those I would close at a really high percentage. I mean, the only time I didn't close those deals is if they didn't end up purchasing the house. So once you build a strong relationship with referral partners, it gets a lot easier. So make a list of that, and what you want to do is you want to prospect. You want to set a time to start prospecting to those referral partners every single week. You want to be prospecting referral partners, just like you're prospecting for clients. You want to prospect for referral partners. And a good book that almost nobody talks about, and I'll put some links in here on YouTube on how to purchase his books. This one's a little bit expensive, but it's called The Game of Numbers by Nick Murray. I have it right here in front of me. And it's a really good book on prospecting. You need to be prospecting every single week. I never stopped prospecting for new referral partners. Even when I got to the $500,000 in revenue, I was still looking for new ones. I was still working with my prior ones. I treated them like gold. And like I said before, I mean, I said 10 referral partners would change your whole agency, but I believe like 3 to 5 in the beginning can really change your. So this is really important here. And one thing I did was early on was, I built a program called Fully Covered where we would help you get referral partners by generating leads for them. So if that's something you're interested in, we can talk about that. But in the beginning, you don't have any money, so just sell yourself with this. Once you want to speed everything up, we can talk. Because my goal is to get you to the 100K mark as fast as possible. You want to be efficient with your time because you're the only one doing everything. And one thing I would definitely utilize is AI. ChatGPT is one of them. I would use that to speed up processes. For example, if you don't have a sales script, use ChatGPT to create a sales script for you for both clients and referral partners. Don't spend all your time writing it yourself. Use ChatGPT to speed up that process. That's just one example. Also, use ChatGPT to create email templates. So you don't have to write every email out. You have templates for every situation that you have. You want to keep your expenses low by buying the minimum tech stack that you need. You're obviously going to need an AMS, a rater. I don't know. I put quoted a rater and a CRM system. Sometimes the rater and the CRM are the same thing. If some of you guys are captive, they provide that for you. Try to keep your stack as little as possible. Also, a big expense in the beginning was my office. Luckily, I found an office that was only $300 to $400 a month. Nowadays, I don't know if you actually need one. Some carriers do require it, but if you get one, definitely don't spend a lot of money on it because you're not making money in the beginning. Don't try to get a fancy office that's going to be $2,000 to $3,000. That's going to eat up your profit. So definitely get a small office. I would not worry too much about a website, business cards, and things like that. Maybe a small landing page that doesn't cost you much. You don't need a full-blown website. Do not get caught up on that because you don't even have any clients yet. So don't get caught up on that. If you have a little bit of money, what I would do is maybe buy some leads, but at the same time, you want to learn how to generate your own leads eventually, organically and paid. Organically means it's free. You post on Facebook, you educate your clients on insurance. And you educate your referral partners on insurance. That's a way to generate organically. And then paid is what I helped insurance agents do, where we would generate leads, insurance leads for themselves, and also for the referral partners. We would generate what's called new home buyer leads for referral partners in exchange for them to work with us. That's if you have a little bit of money. But remember, in the beginning, what you want to do is you want to get to the 100K mark as fast as possible. Because once you get to the 100K mark, now you have a little bit. You can start leveraging things. You can leverage a little bit of your money to save you time. Because what you want to really be focused on is the money making activities, which is selling, right? So this is the hustle and grind mode. You want to get here. I'm gonna help you guys to get here as fast as possible, because if I can help you guys get to the 100K mark, then you'll have enough money to purchase or purchase some of my services. So I'm gonna help you for free on how to do everything on that. So if you have any questions on how to get to 100K as fast as possible, I would follow this here. But just let me know if you have any questions on any of that. Now, I believe stage two, it gets a little bit easier, but you start getting a little bit busier also. This is the 100 to 300,000 a year mark, and this is when you need to start building systems to scale. Some of the issues that you're gonna come across is at some point, you have to start building systems in order to scale. If not, you're gonna end up doing everything. You're gonna start getting a lot more customer service. You're gonna start getting busier. You're gonna start getting a lot more phone calls, which to me, phone calls was the most annoying thing about about the business, is getting a phone call and then it distracts you from what you were doing. Dealing with employees at this point, if you get to the 300K mark, you're going to have some kind of employees. Either you're going to have your spouse working with you, you're going to have some VAs, you're going to have some kind of employees to deal with. So that's going to be, dealing with people is something, a skill within itself. So one of the things is, every hour I saved, I reinvested into marketing and better client experience. That was my goal. And at this stage, it's all about leverage. You should be closing more while doing less manually. So you got to really utilize leverage. At this point, some books to read is The E-Myth. The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. That's a good book about how to transition from being a worker to becoming a business owner. And some solutions here is, like I said, answering the phones is a big pain. Nowadays, you can utilize AI voice bots that are way better than just hiring someone to just answer the phones, because the AI bot that I created, not only can it take phone calls, document everything precisely, record the audio, but it also can answer 20 calls at once, which a normal person can only handle one at a time. I would definitely invest in this. I wish I had this available when I was growing, because I would have grew a lot faster. And this was going to save me a lot of time. Another thing you can do is hire a virtual assistant. Those are typically anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. And if you guys don't know what a virtual assistant is, someone virtual in another country, typically. It could still be the same country. And that person, works from home and helps you with things around your business. One of the first things I hired for was answering the phones. You don't have to do that anymore. Another thing that I needed help with was like back end stuff. My virtual assistants would never talk to my clients. They would just be doing back end stuff, like maybe doing a requote, maybe dealing with the banks, things like that, paperwork, stuff like that I do not want to deal with. That's when you hire a virtual assistant. And then maybe you got busy, you want to hire an in-house person. That's going to run you, depending on your area, anywhere to $2,500 to $3,000. If you have a spouse, this is great, because this money comes back into the agency. But if you don't, you're going to hire someone. We also ended up hiring at the 300K mark. Well, let me go through this and I'll let you know how my agency was set up at this point. So you want to start building SOPs at this point. And if you guys are not familiar, SOPs is standard operating procedures. And it's basically a system of showing someone how to do a certain process step by step. And it should be dummy proof. Someone should be able to either watch a video or read a Word document, PDF, and go from A to Z on that specific procedure. So what we started doing Loom videos of everything we did in the office. I'll give you an example. To do a requote, we would do a Loom video, record it from start to end, and then put it in like a Google Drive. You can do that very easily. Loom doesn't really cost that much. And then if you really want to get this, the SOPs going, what I ended up doing was I showed my in-house person, my VAs, how to do these Loom videos so they could start doing their own videos. And what that would do, that would help when a new person came into the office, when we would teach them, all they had to do to, if they forgot, was go back and watch the video. So that really helped us a lot. At the 300K mark, you really want to start answering personal phones to clients. You really want to train them to call the direct office, or what you're going to end up doing is being a slave to your clients, and you don't want to do that, because not only is it going to frustrate you, it might frustrate the client. So they're better off just calling the main line and getting support there. And you really have to start dialing in on your sales, lead generation, your nurturing, and your referral systems. That's your job. And always keep prospecting for new referral partners and get value back to them. At this point, you have a little bit of money. So some things you want to do with your money is the hiring and then your systems. So at the 300K mark, we got to the 300K mark with just me, my wife, and a in-house person. And at right when we were hitting the 300K mark, we actually ended up hiring a VA. So you can get there with just two people. I have plenty of people that I work with that got to the 300K mark with just two people, them and their wife. But then after that, it gets a little bit harder. You do have to start now at least getting a VA, and definitely getting some kind of AI to help you out. So 300K mark is definitely possible with just two people. All right. At this point, now you're making some money. You're over the 300K mark. Maybe you're at the 500K mark. Maybe you're at the million mark. Once you're here, let me make this a little bit bigger. Once you're here, you're not just an agent anymore. You're you're the CEO of your agency. You're CEO, so you have to start doing CEO type things, not things like answering the phone. I mean, if you have a special client that's been with you for a while, obviously you want to talk to them, but you don't need to be talking to every person that comes in. So if you want to grow past 300K, you can't be stuck quoting and chasing. You need to delegate and you need to scale. Because now you have a lot more clients and now you have a lot more staff to deal with. I actually stopped quoting right before the 300K mark, and I started focusing on delegating and scaling. A lot of people are scared to hire, delegate, and scale because they think that that's going to be an expense. But that's not true. That wasn't true for me. When I hired someone, we actually started making a lot more money because I started doing more money-making activities, like focusing on the sales and the marketing, and focusing on training, and also focusing on getting more referral partners. So things that you want to start focusing on at this point is you want to focus on your marketing and sales, building your brand, and content. That is your job. And if you can't do this, the content and stuff, then you're in luck because AI can help you. You don't even have to be the face of your business anymore. You can literally recreate yourself and make videos without you actually making videos. And that's some of the things I'm going to be showing you guys how to do. You should only be answering phones for referral partners. That's your choice. I mean, I just didn't think it was efficient for me to be answering the phones for my clients, because not only can my team do a better job than me, it would just bog me down from making the money making stuff. So at this point, if you want to, you can be a very small shop and not do this, but I would hire a manager if you want to have any flexibility as far as taking vacations and things like that. Because at this point, when me and my wife had got to this point where we're at the $500,000 a year revenue, we would take a vacation and our agency ran itself. Now, if you don't have someone that you depend on at the office, you're going to be concerned, you're going to be worried. It's not going to be a vacation. So you definitely have to have someone there or have systems in place in order for your agency to run itself. So, and at this point, you do want to hire salespeople. Here's my take on salespeople. I because I always focus on marketing, and we were generating a lot of leads. I like having inside salespeople, and the way I paid them was salary plus bonuses depending on what they sold. I was not on the commission base. I did try that. It just didn't work out as well. Those agents end up typically being a problem. So my focus is I bring in the leads and I just hire a salesperson as a salary plus bonuses. And that's why you really have to focus on marketing and generating leads yourself. That way, you're just a lead generating machine, and that never stops. I mean, you really have to focus on marketing and sales throughout this because that's really what you are. You're a marketing company, and it just so happens that you sell insurance, and that's pretty much any business. You might want to hire more VAs to do more back end stuff. Let me give you an example of what I had my VAs doing. Some of the things I had my VAs doing was back end stuff like mortgagee, because we focused on home insurance. I'm gonna come back to that also, and also requotes, and also every one of my salespeople had a VA that did the pre-quoting for them, because we're independent agents, so we had to quote like 30 companies. That would take 20, 30 minutes to even start the quote up to get it to a certain point. So that would save my sales guys 20, 30 minutes, and they loved it because they got to focus on actually selling. So they would finalize the quote and then make the sell. You want to also invest in an AI voice system. And I have a video on that if you guys want to check that out. So what you want to be doing is keep working on perfecting your systems, lead generation, referrals, your reviews, and your client experience. Because I will tell you, it's a lot more expensive to get a new client than to retain your old clients. So you definitely want to work on that client experience and client retention. And also what you want to be doing is you want to be meeting with your team and how you can help them. Maybe have some metrics for your salespeople and your customer service people and meet up with them. And they like that. And that way you guys can, well, first of all, they know that you care and that you're willing to help them out. Now, I do want to talk about something that could speed up the process also other than tech. One of the things that really helped me was niching down on a certain thing. For example, like for me, I really niched down on home insurance. So all my marketing money went towards to get a home offer. And here was my train of thought on that, is that if someone has a house, they typically have decent credit and they have vehicles and they have family members with more vehicles. So if I would just focus on that one thing and getting the home, then I can possibly get the house. Possibly get the auto also. Where some people try to go and market for auto insurance, which is a lot more expensive, by the way, and those tend to not stick as much as home insurance. So with home insurance, I got better retention, better clients, and it was easier to cross sell. So I niched down on that. So let's just say you sell commercial insurance, instead of trying to sell all commercial, try to niche down on one specific industry. Like for example, I was helping a commercial insurance agent. He was trying to sell everything, and I said, "Well, who do you have the best conversations with? Who do you have who stays with you longer? Who do you enjoy working with?" And it ended up being like hotshot drivers and truckers. So he only focused on that. All his content was focused on that, educating hotshot drivers on how to save money, and he really took off after that because he really focused on that. So now, how I can help you? Well, one thing is I'm going to be giving a lot of free content on how you can grow your business with tools like AI, lead generation, CRMs, and things like that. So if you're under $100,000 a year, you keep grinding. Join our free group. I'll put a link in there. It's called Fully Automated. And I guarantee you, if you take in that information, you'll get to 100K and beyond. I mean, the information I'm going to give you can get you all the way at least to where I was at $500,000 in revenue a year, at least that free information. But I mean, if you want to speed up the process, and you have some money, we can set up some lead generations to for insurance, and also to get referral partners. The biggest thing that I used to do, and what grew my business the most, was getting these referral partners to work with me. And how I ended up getting these referral partners to work with me, and this was just a door opener, right? Instead of going into these mortgage to loan officers' offices, what I would do is I would create content, and I would give loan officers free new home buyer leads just to open the door. And that really helped me out to open the doors, because what they would tell me is like, nobody comes and tries to give us anything. They always want us to give them something. So I always try to go with value, give value first. And this is a perfect example of how that works. You give something to your referral partners, and if they close a deal, you got to remember, these guys are making thousands instead of us making hundreds on these deals. If they do one deal and they make $3,000 to $4,000, they're going to stay with you, and they're going to send you all their business. So that's a unique way that I helped insurance agents how to grow their business, was getting these referral partners and giving them like new home buyer leads. So if you need help setting up like these lead generation systems, I can help you with that. I was probably one of the first guys to start doing Facebook ads for insurance back in 2011. So yeah. All right. So if you need help getting your first 5 to 10 referral partners, I can help you with that. Like I said, I've helped over 1,000 agents do that. You can see some of the testimonials here. Quan, I just added 3 new LOs and 6 realtors the past 2 weeks. Wasn't easy, but I got them. We recently started with us, and we have 10 LOs signed up. I have 4 realtors in the pipeline. Once you start giving value to these, referral partners, they'll send you all their business. I mean, it's just getting the foot in the door. This guy's Nick, already written 15 policies. You get it. I mean, we can help you guys if you need to get more referral partners. We also can set up a AI lead conversion nurturing system. So let's just say you already have a system where you're generating leads through social media, your website, or your paid ads. We can set up this conversion system where it comes into your CRM. You can use ours or you can use yours. If you have a version of Go High Level, we can just plug this in. And then the AI and automation start working, and they pretty much pre-qualify these leads for you. And I will have a video on this here shortly to go more into depth. So we can definitely set that up for you. We can set up some AI to automate your agency, which is going to be, a lot of that stuff is going to be free in the group. We can set up an inbound AI receptionist to handle all your incoming leads. So if you're an agency owner right now that you're handling a lot of calls and you need help on answering the phones, I would recommend, instead of hiring a VA that's going to cost you like $1,000-$2,000, to get an AI receptionist that does just as good as, probably better than them, and more efficient at like $300 a month or $400 a month. So also, if you need coaching, I will directly work with you to get past any roadblocks you might have. Like I said, I've already been through this. I started from scratch. I did get it to $500,000 in revenue. I did end up selling my agency 2 years ago. And the only reason I sold my agency was I was with a cluster and I was giving up a high percentage of my business. So I ended up selling, and I got interested in AI, and I saw the potential with AI, how it can grow any business. So if you guys need help with that, just join the free group. It's called Fully Automated. Like I said, I guarantee you this will get you to $100,000 faster than I did, because of all the stuff that all you have to do is just implement some of the stuff that I talk about. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment. I appreciate you guys. Bye.